Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub. I'm full of water. Stay hot tub. Stay hot tub. Gonna get you hot. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Shake in the hot tub. Yeah. Will you make me sweat? Yeah. Shake in the hot tub.
I'm good.
Yeah. Will you make me wet? Yeah. Well.
Oh, and welcome and good morning, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tommy Santamite and with his beautiful wife, Louise, they're celebrating her birthday. Josh texted me. He got called into a meeting. He won't be with us today. We do have the legend Jeremy Pridgeon on with us today and Wildcat. Jeremy, what's going on down at the church? Tell me what church you're associated with.
At First United Methodist Church of Panama City. Gathered 8:15, 9:30, 10:45. We got our big fall cookout coming up a week from yesterday. I don't know if you saw our little promo video.
The Go Post. Yes, sir, baby. I love it. Now tell me what's the theme is.
We've got a lot of things going on, but one of them we're adding this year is a field goal kicking contest for the little ones there to come out and try it. So
y'all not giving away $300,000, are you?
No. Maybe a hot dog.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was pretty good. But our tech guys have too much fun. Frank Wright, who does a lot of the same work for Mosley, he's on staff with us. And I was out there just playing around once it went up and kicked a ball through and didn't realize he had been filming. And then he put on our Facebook page a promo of this alternate universe where I'm called on to rewrite the kick six.
yeah, really. Wish you would have.
So I drilled it through the goalpost, and what he did is he took the clip of it set up, when Alabama was getting ready to kick, and instead of it going back 109 yards, it went through, and he had the voice of Chris Fowler, Alabama wins, and played it up.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun here. So that's next week.
Did you soccer style kick or straight head?
No, soccer style.
Did you?
Yeah, that hurts.
What'd you have on? Did you have on shorts or did you have
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That young lady at Alabama, we got up to half a million, and then she missed it. It was a pitiful kick. And then they said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll give you $300,000 if, I guess, Kirk could throw the ball through it, right?
Right.
And he did throw it through, and she got $300,000. Who pays for that? Do you know?
I'm sure it's some insurance company or McAfee himself. Who knows?
With him, who knows?
Yeah, I saw something with Jameis Winston the same way about if he could hit the crossbar at the end of practice. Have you seen that clip going around? They wouldn't have to run or something like that. And so, he just drilled it from about 50 yards out.
Wow. All right, let's take this phone call. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Did you make Dolly sick when you saw her a few weeks ago?
No. Absolutely not.
What? Dolly's sick?
That's what the word is.
Yeah, Frida came out and said she was sick. Let me tell you something. I don't know who Frida Parton is. I know Stella. I've had lunch with her. I'm bragging, making about me. When Stella tells you Dolly's sick, she's sick.
Yeah. And she's up there at age.
Appearance.
Yeah. When we saw her, you could tell, that's the first time it hit me. I said, she's getting up there in age, and she didn't walk as quickly.
Tell you something about her, though. She's good country people from East Tennessee. She's tough.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing else. Las Vegas has suddenly cooled off. So she might not just want to go out there and play to half houses at wherever venue she was playing.
Yeah.
No,
what do you think about
Dolly don't need to do the Vegas thing.
I agree.
She just sit on that money. Yeah.
She could just go to Sevierville and do the Dollywood thing.
Yeah.
And do that, and she was doing a promo for the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. Nashville doesn't need Vegas, brother.
Yeah,
Nashville is Vegas.
I agree. You're right.
Let me ask you something, though. We're almost halfway through the SEC season. Who do you think's the SEC quarterback of the year?
So far, Ty Simpson.
I agree, and maybe the dude from NBA that's at Texas A&M.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. He's a little bit inconsistent at times, but he's pretty good. He can run and throw.
Y'all are both wrong.
Yeah.
It's still Arch Manning.
Oh, he's the best misused running back there is.
Okay, Paul.
One of the few times I agreed with Spurrier. If he was all that good, he'd been playing last year. Hey, give that kid another year. He'll trade his Lamborghini for something else.
Hey, I was right. Wait a minute, Mike. I was right about one thing. Lagway was better. Remember at the beginning of the year, I said, I think Lagway's the best quarterback in the SEC, but he was better than Manning. We just saw it. They just went head to head.
I mean, no doubt about it. It's you know.
That one question for you and your listeners, because I know you're not going. You ever been to Columbia, Missouri?
Yes, I have been there.
You went out there when Bryant was coaching?
Columbia, Missouri. I went in 2008 when Nebraska was playing Columbia.
Okay.
I went there in 2013. I can't tell you anything about that visit.
I can tell you this. I was there watching Missouri and Nebraska on a Thursday night before going down to Oxford and watching Alabama, Mississippi on a Saturday.
Man, you're bouncing around.
And
I was going to Lincoln. That's interesting. It's a good stopping point between the Bermuda Triangle of West Tennessee, the UT Martin, Murray State, Austin Peay Triangle. And I was up there traveling for sports, and don't mean to make it about me, but we were on our way to Lincoln, Nebraska. So, I can't even tell you where we stayed.
Well, Columbia was a pretty neat little town. Great venue there at Missouri. It rained so hard that night. I mean, we like to drown there in the bleachers, but it just kind of had it's sort of a strange way, Wildcat. It had a bit of a feel of like Kentucky in terms of the size of the stadium. 60,000 plus venue, kind of tight, but close knit. Capital city type. But it was a neat trip. Glad I went.
They're still working on the stadium, the end zone.
Well, they got a lot of rocks.
I got news for you. Lexington is not the capital. Lexington is not the capital of Kentucky. Frankfurt is. Yeah,
Frankfurt is. I'm talking about Columbia, though. Kind of had that sort of like, and the big school of journalism out there. I mean, we toured the gym. May have lost him there in that Marine Triangle.
No, I'm here. It just blanked out.
Okay.
Hey, the Chinese are messing with my phone. I got to let y'all go. But I'm worried. We got Arkansas in Knoxville. I'm worried about it. Y'all ought to worry about that trip to Columbia, too.
More worried about our trip to Columbia than your visit from the Hogs.
I think Arkansas is going to play them off the feet. Watch out.
Oh, they're going to. They'll play. They always sell out for Tennessee.
Yeah.
They've lost every recruiting game they've been in this year except for against Arkansas State. They lost to Memphis, Mississippi, and, they're going to lose every one. The border states that touch them, and then they'll come over here and surprise Tennessee.
I'm worried about it. I did see a 1998 VHS clip of the hand of God there when Sterner fumbled and Tennessee won, in that Tennessee-Arkansas game, which kind of made it a rivalry.
We need more
VHS tape.
We need more performances like that. I like watching YouTube stuff. Like the Coach Bryant losing to Nebraska. Anyway, y'all have a great one. Love y'all all.
He had to put that in there. He had to do that.
I did. You have a good one, Coach Hale.
Go Vols.
Bye-bye.
Look what he's got. The pumpkin.
Pumpkin,
the pumpkin.
That's good.
He got you now.
Yeah.
Going back to that Missouri, I'd like to go out there to a game. I've got a...
It's very Midwestern. It's not Southeastern. I mean, it's just not. It's that part of the world, so.
I just know this, and I got a great friend, Bill Solomon, and his beautiful wife, Sue. He was a superintendent out there, big Missouri fans and FSU fans. His son actually went from Missouri to Florida State, so they became FSU fans. But anyway, they are pumped up anytime Bama comes out to Missouri. That's a big deal for those. Yeah, let's be quite honest.
You remember when they came in the conference, it was Alabama on the road, and that was their first conference game. It was Alabama going out to play out there. So
and to be honest with you, though, it's still a big deal anytime Bama goes and rolls up in anybody's town. Yeah. Really, we're being, just being honest. That's a big game when Alabama comes to your campus. And I think they're ready for Bama. I think Arkansas is ready for Tennessee. Who knows? We might be talking next week going into the 3rd Saturday in October, the big rival game, they both coming off a loss. Who knows?
Yeah. Talking about Missouri a little bit, you can see it there on my phone, but they sit right between Kansas City and St. Louis. And and what we kind of learned out there is that Kansas City, St. Louis obviously bookend Missouri, two big border towns there, and Columbia is kind of sitting there between two fighting toddlers. Who gets the resources for the state?
Did you see this? Let me go this way real quick. I wanted to get this in yesterday and I didn't, so I want to get in today. You can't worry. We talked about the last 2 years. We've talked about that you cannot tell now anymore. In the old days, you followed recruiting. You knew who had the best ball players. And we knew it was going to be Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State. Just like every year because they had the best players and the best rosters. That's all changed. Everybody has players. This is what the experts had preseason number one. Number one was Texas. They're not ranked anymore. Number two was Penn State. They're not ranked anymore. Number three, Ohio State. We had that wrong also. They're now number one, and I think they got an unbelievable team. Number four is Clemson, not ranked. Remember Dabo talked about this team could be a 15, 16-0 team? They're unranked. Number five, Georgia. They're really off. They're number 10. I mean, we're used to them being in the top five. Number six, Notre Dame. They're ranked 16th. And should they be ranked 16th? 2 losses. If anybody else, would they be ranked?
No.
Texas is out with 2 losses.
Right.
Notre Dame's in.
Nope.
And they don't only play in a conference. They got they should win out. They're scheduled. They should win out. Number 7, Oregon. They're actually number 3 now. Number 8, Alabama. Guess where they were at? They were at number 8. LSU was number 9. They're at number 11. Number 10 was Miami. Miami's number 2 right now. So even going forward, we hear people saying there's no way they're done. They're out of it. I've heard people say it about Texas. I heard people say it about FSU. We don't know.
So, which is further reason for no polls, no preseason rankings. Hold off on all that because you're just looking, at history, names.
Names have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
think they do that polling stuff just
To
for
keep the conversation, keep it interesting.
Give us something to talk about.
for the people that want to bet.
But we should never hear from the
betting
playoff
websites.
committee. And I think, that just, let's get a body of work and figure it out from there. And, what people thought a month ago, we're nowhere close to that now.
Am I losing it? Because I got a gut feeling the great Kirby Smart, and I love him. And that'd be the only reason it doesn't happen because of Kirby Smart. I think Auburn's sitting there pretty good for this week. It isn't going to shock me a bit if Auburn pulls the upset.
I'm back and forth on it.
They have lost to the number 5 team and the number 6 team on the road in close football games. If they had any offense at all, they'd win both those ball games. It isn't the defense. It's the offense. You would think 2 weeks, can they get something corrected? Florida did it.
Yeah.
The problem with Florida and Texas, that Beck's what's his name, Cannon, the Georgia quarterback? He's pretty good.
Right.
He's pretty good. And Georgia has Kirby Smart. Texas has Stark, which I think is a pretty good coach, but Manning's not that great of a quarterback. And their offensive line's not that great.
It is at night at Jordan-Hare.
And Georgia's offensive line's kind of beat up.
Yeah. It's possible. I still favor Georgia in this ball game. But the off week helps.
Yeah.
It does help for them to get some things in gear.
The other game, what about Texas? We're talking about they're in a playoff every game going forward. This is a playoff game for Texas. They've lost 2. They got Georgia down the road. They've got, and their schedule was set up and probably nicer than just about. Them and Penn State had a really great schedule set up.
Texas is done. Oklahoma's going to.
You think they'll put it?
They're going to exact.
Not so fast.
Yep.
Not so fast.
Yep.
We'll see. We shall see. And the other one that I'm looking forward to is Florida at A&M. That's going to be it. What gets me there, though, Billy Napier, underdog on the road. It's terrible. It's terrible. That's the thing's holding me back.
The defense can play, and they'll hold A&M in check just like Mississippi State's did. Mississippi State just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
They just ran out of gas.
Yeah.
A&M had too much
And it
depth.
seems like Florida's offense is doing a little bit better. We'll talk more about that as we go in. We get back, though. We're going to talk something that you're going to love. It's Mosley Day right here on 104.3
Game
ESPN
night.
Northwest. Tonight's game.
Tonight.
That's right, baby. The Dolphins got a big ball game. We'll talk to Coach Witten. And also tonight. But you know what? You can listen on the radio as you're watching Mosley play. We've got the Eagles and the Giants 6:30 right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. That's pretty cool. But right now, let's talk about some of our great people. We had a wonderful time yesterday at lunch at J. Michael's restaurant. It was packed out. World famous J. Michael's spaghetti. We had a wonderful time down there. If you love the day's special, you'll love
you made
this.
a new friend down there, too.
Who?
Is that what you were telling me?
No, that was somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. That
You
was
sure
somewhere else.
do eat a lot of places.
Every night. I can't cook. We can't afford to cook. Publix costs too much. But anyway, today's special, J. Michaels, is the burger. I'm telling you, man, they got the biggest, best burger on Panama City Beach. And I don't want to tell you what the price is because I can't remember now, but I know it's a big discount.
You know, I've heard about that burger.
It's good.
From people that work with my stepson.
Yeah, I think it's a seasoning or something they do. It's big. It's huge.
Something. It's making some history.
Yeah, you'll love it. Get out J. Michael's Day. Try it out. I think you'll be really pleased with that. But if you want seafood, they got the best seafood you'll get anywhere. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Stevenson Air Conditioner, number one. Not even close. They do an incredible job anytime, day or night, throughout the Panhandle, Florida. They are number one. They are Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't even think about anybody else. Don't think national. Think local. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Also, that Cajun place. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Saturday, I won't be there for the 11 o'clock game. I'll go to about the 2:30 game, Oklahoma, Texas. 50-cent wings, $5 pitchers. They open up at Saturday morning. They open up at 10 for the brunch. You can get in there and watch game day, get your favorite seat. But you got to wait for the kickoff for the 11 o'clock game. Then it starts. $5 pitchers, 50-cent wings. Can't beat it. Wear your LSU colors. If they score a touchdown, you get a free Jell-O shot. Saturday mornings, they got the North Shore Jazz playing from 10 to 12. They're incredible. And then at 12 o'clock, they got the NFL. They got NFL games everywhere. If you're Saint fans, wear your jersey. Saint shirt, something, they score, go up and ask for your free Jell-O shot. They'd be glad to give it to you. That Cajun place, you cannot beat it. We get back, we got the Mosley Dolphins. Coach Whitten will be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze out of the northeast around 15 miles per hour and temps near 84. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 15 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a high 79. Sunshine Saturday with a temp of 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per 1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels Studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Well, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Well, absolutely beautiful Thursday morning. Feels good outside right now.
It's going to feel a lot better.
Oh, man. It's getting ready to get some nice weather here finally. Cannot wait. Get ready for the heat. I'm ready for summer to be gone for good. Let's bring him on right now. Doing an incredible job since he's been there. Mosley High School Coach Whitten. A big ball game tonight on the road. I thought it was Friday, but it's going to be tonight at Niceville. Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
Give us a little rundown. How did practice go this week? Hit on last week real quickly, then we'll get into this Niceville game.
I thought we had a great week of practice. Guys are fired up. Felt like we were laser focused during the week. I think all the boys know what's at stake. Going over there, a chance we win the game, we win the district, and obviously playing Niceville turned into a little bit of a rivalry. So all the boys are fired up. Last week we had the week off, so it definitely gave us the opportunity to get some extra preparation in. And some guys that were banged up had a little bit of rest, a little recovery, and but definitely took advantage of the extra week and ready to go for tonight.
Hey, Coach Jeremy, good morning. First trip to Niceville in a couple of years because of a little scheduling quirk here. So how many of you guys have been in that environment to see what that's like on a Friday night? How many still around from the last time y'all made that trip?
Well, honestly, I don't think maybe one or two guys.
Yeah.
So it's for a lot of our guys, it's going to be their first trip over there in a Friday night, Thursday night environment. Obviously we've played them every year on the lower level, so they're familiar with going over there, familiar with the field. Because that's with that being a bowl, all the water in the area flows down into there, and it can be pretty slick. So something you got to be used to, but no, going to, there's some unique things about playing at Niceville. First is the band. They got 300 members in the band. They're on the field. They play nonstop. This week in practice, we've had the stereo out there just blasting, behind the offense, just something just to be ready for. We've got a big student section that's going to be loud. So you can definitely see from some of the games this year that that's influenced some false starts, and so something we got to be prepared for, be ready for, and we expect them to have a big crowd, and like I said, it's definitely a little bit different than most Friday nights.
Breaking it down here, it's interesting that you don't have any common opponents this far in the season, but looking at their...
We got Scambia.
Yeah. So looking at their game film, the two that sort of stand out to me, I was curious if you saw anything here. Godby held them to 17 points, and Choctaw's a really good football team, held them to 7, but otherwise they've been able to put points on the board. But did you see anything defensively that those two teams did that seemed to kind of put the brakes on their offense?
Well, the first thing that sticks out about Godby's defense and Choctaw's defense is they're just both teams are really athletic, have a lot of guys that can run around, can fly around. And that's kind of the first thing. Both teams played really hard. And, the Godby game for Niceville to me was a bit of an outlier because they ran, all year they've been kind of balanced 50-50 run pass. And that game they ran it some more. So, a little bit curious to why they changed up their approach last week versus Godby. But nonetheless, both of those defense, did a good job of just playing hard, playing fast.
Yeah. As you look at your matchup on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, obviously, Niceville's solid across the board here. But do you see any keys that kind of stand out as to what you hope to do this evening?
Well, I mean, the first thing we got to know where number 4 is. He's our middle linebacker, a kid that moved in from South Florida. Noah Reynes is his name. He's got multiple SEC and Big Ten offers. It's about 6'2", 225, and they like to blitz him. They like to move him around in different spots. He's a really good football player. He has been out a couple of weeks with a broke hand, and last week was his first week back, so I know they're fired up to get him back. And but Niceville defensively, traditionally, is they're going to give you a lot of different fronts. They're going to give you 4 down. They're going to give you some odd. They're going to give you some bear, mix up their coverages. So, we just got to do a great job of keeping our eyes up and know what's in front of us, and do a great job of communicating up front. They traditionally like to blitz a lot, so it's going to give you some one-on-one matchups outside, or a wideout's got to win those one-on-one matchups. So, but again, I've known their defensive coordinator pretty much my entire life. We've practiced against each other. We've played against one another. So there's not going to be a whole lot of secrets out there as far as what each team's trying to do.
Yeah. Execution then seems to be just the key.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. You got some history up there. Who's the head football coach? I honestly forgot who it is this year.
Well, they got a new coach. Coach Thompson, stepped down at the end of last season. They hired Richard Morgan out of Georgia up at Marietta. So he's new, but most of the assistants are all the same. So still have a lot of familiarity with the assistants over there. Know a lot of those guys. Work with a lot of those guys. So while the head coach is new, still have a lot of relationships with the guys over there.
All right, give us a little breakdown the rest of the day. What's going to happen? They got a pep rally for you guys. Remember the old days? I don't know if they still do it in this county or not, but you'd get charter buses for the students, and they could sign up and go.
They've got a bus going over.
They do. Mosley does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
We do. No pep rally today. We kind of saved the pep rallies for the in-county games, but normal school day for the guys. Things is a little bit different. Going over to Niceville, only being about an hour and 15 minutes away, is like in a perfect world you'd take the yellow buses over there, but just in today's world, about the earliest you can get a yellow bus is 4:00, so that forces us to have to take the charter buses over there. So we'll eat pregame meal at Mosley, get on the charter bus at 3:30 and head on over to Niceville. So our routine, shouldn't be drastically different than if it was a home game, and so but again, it's a great opportunity for our kids, and hopefully it'll be a fun night for us.
Now you played so many Thursday games since we've been covering you. I remember you guys have played quite a few of those. What do you do? Do you give them all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this part of the year, and just come home and have a normal Monday practice, or do y'all get in there during the weekend?
No, we give on Thursday night. We give them Friday off, and then this week with Bay District Schools is our fall break, so all the kids are out of school tomorrow anyway, and then that comes up to Columbus Day on Monday, and a little bit different there. We'll have practice, but we'll move it back to Monday night, because a lot of kids will go out of town, have a little mini vacation this weekend, so we'll practice Monday night. So again, a little bit different in the scheduling because of this fall break that we got with Friday and Monday off. And but like I said, we've all communicated what the plan is, and everybody knows what the expectations are.
I tell you what, can't wait. This is a big one, big ball game. I feel good about this one. Coach, go get yourself a win. Take care of yourself. We'll talk to you next Thursday.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Jeremy, what else? It's Mosley Day. What else is going on at Mosley that you know of?
Well, I know that our Mosley volleyball team's heading over to South Walton this evening for a game with the Seahawks. I was listening to South Walton. They've got a little broadcast, bring them into a restaurant, talk to some of the guys there, kind of like what y'all did years ago. And they were talking about the ladies coming over, and that's kind of a little rivalry. A lot of these girls play in the same clubs and know one another. And South Walton takes that game against the bigger Mosley school, but they've got a great program under Coach Megan Allen, and her husband is the coach of the Gulf Coast team. Gulf Coast got a great ladies volleyball team here, dominating the state, and kind of a national championship contender right here in Panama City. So a good volleyball there. Trying to decide whether we're going to head to Niceville after the game there.
You ought to do that. Yeah. You think you'd ought to enjoy it. No school Friday, no school Monday. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Before we shut this thing down for good and take it to the house that, retire, we're going to have to do that 1 year. Go back to at least one school. Not, we used to go every Friday, not that, but like one Friday go to Mosley, Bozeman, Arnold, Bay, Rutherford. That was fun back in the day.
Yeah, the marching band out there.
Yeah, we had the band, the cheerleaders, the band directors got on there. Everybody involved in the school cheerleading sponsors, everybody came and talked, and it was cool. And the way they treated us was unbelievable.
We'll get a team that makes a playoff run here. Maybe we go on location one Friday before the ball game there.
Yeah, let Wildcat sponsor it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do the work.
He didn't have much work it is, does he?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I work for CBS.
We'll just go get on the phone and he can run it back there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Thanks for that, Jeremy.
Hey, we're talking about high school football. You got to bring up Taco Bell. All you Tiger Sharks, we'll have Coach on tomorrow. Coach Tanner will be on visit with us tomorrow. Had a big win last week against Rutherford here at Tommy Oliver. But if you're down in Port St. Joe, get out there and do what all the Tiger Sharks do. Head down to Taco Bell, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They got DoorDash. They do it all. We got 3 wonderful locations here in beautiful Panama City Beach at Taco Bell's. Callaway, of course, the one we love, we all do, down in Port St. Joe. Tiger Sharks. What do we say? Go Tiger Sharks. Lorelei Layton. I hope they'll go national. I think they're going to get the national job.
I think that's a national.
Yeah, it's really
little plug.
Yeah, Eric just put that on nationally. All right, let's talk about some other wonderful, outstanding people we have. Dr. Ward, love him. The guy is incredible. 1 out of 5 develop skin cancer and can be deadly. He came on yesterday, did a great job. Every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Also, Pat Purnell, love Pat. City Commissioner Lynn Haven does an incredible job. Jeremy, I can remember back in the day, Tommy, we'd all go over there. They'd film TV shows about high school football. He'd feed us. He'd take care of us. The guy's always giving back to the community. But you talking about an atmosphere second to none. They treat you like family in there. Great food, TVs everywhere. Now, you want to have a big party, but you want to do it at your house. And you need a lot of wings. Just call Pat and say, Patrick, I need probably 150 wings. It doesn't matter what the number is. You just tell him what time you want to pick them up. Pat will have them ready for you. But I would go and eat there. All you Mosey Dolphins, get over there and eat before you head out to watch the Niceville game over in Niceville. Get by Beef O'Brady's. Keyword here is Lynn Haven. Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's. We're over there anyway. We're going to go see.
Hey, free jewelry inspection and free jewelry cleaning, and it's all happening right now. 77 days until Christmas, and so you've got plenty of time to design a piece of jewelry. Have it made at David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77 in Lynn.
Do you remember, I don't think you were on the day, we had Scotty came on, Jernigan, and he talked about his addictions.
Yeah.
Remember that?
It's like
do you ever go to his Facebook and look? We had 31K hits. Over 3,000 people hit that. That's great.
31,000.
I mean, 3,100. I'm sorry.
3,100.
But it sounded better to say 31K.
Yeah. He forgot that point in between.
How convenient.
Y'all get tied up on technical stuff. But still, 3,100. Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. And he is man, what a wonderful kid.
And your YouTube, just this show on YouTube alone, has quadrupled in the past 6 months.
Yeah. Chris Stewart was on yesterday, did a great job. The voice, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And I thought, you know who I thought for sure would be listening? I'm not going to mention his names.
Yeah.
He didn't hear it.
No?
Wednesday's the other Sunday.
I forgot. You're right.
Preparation. See, some people do preparation for their
other people just come in and just look around.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your home for the NFL.
Touchdown, Denver!
We bring you the biggest games every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night.
Oh, he's got the first down!
Plus, we'll broadcast more college football games than ever before.
He did what?
Live NFL and college football play here.
Unbelievable!
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Touchdown!
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
When it comes to backyard dreams, trust the name that's been making waves for over 65 years. Cox Pools. Serving the entire Florida Panhandle, Cox Pools brings experience, innovation, and quality to every custom pool design. From luxurious spas to resort-style pools, no vision is too big. Make your backyard the place to be with Cox Pools. Cox Pools, 65 years strong and still making a splash. Visit coxpools.com or call 850-235-7957.
Reach out, call up and just say hi.
Give them a call. Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State. Woo! FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. Get out to one of the 4 Newbies, have a great time. Make sure you support Newbies. They are big-time supporters of Bay County, always giving back all big, huge donations to the university. Wonderful people. Love John, Charlotte, Will, Kathy, all of them down there do a great job. Got a lot of good friends that work down all 4 of those establishments. Newbies on the curve is where you want to go watch all sporting events, NFL, college football, you name it. Newbies 2 on the curve. Then head on down to the mothership, and you'll be glad you did. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for your entertainment only every Friday and Saturday night. Now, the new one over in town, in St. Andrews, you don't want to come over to the beach. We'll stay over there, have a great time. Blue facility, sit outside, look at the water, look at the moon, have a great time. And then when it gets cold, head on inside and have a wonderful time at one of the 4 Newbies in beautiful Panama City. All right, we got a phone caller. I think he's calling about tell us what's going on down in Tallahassee. David, what's going on in Tallahassee? What's going on in Florida State? Go ahead.
I hope they win. I do hope that. I had a little question.
All right.
Do you compare the quarterback for FSU with Milroe?
Yeah,
who
that's
do you think would be the best?
Probably.
I think they're kind of comparable.
Which Milroe?
Yeah, which Milroe? Yeah,
the one that quarterback for Alabama.
Yeah, no, we know that, but he was Jekyll and Hyde. One game he'd look
early Milroe was a lot better than later Milroe.
Yeah. That's a great David. You know what the David just said made me? I thought about that watching the game when they were playing Miami. I said he does remind me of Milroe. Runs around, turns around, Piscobella Cotton, and then throws the ball.
Early in Jalen Milroe's Alabama tenure, he really showed well. Yeah. By the end, he was regressing. I mean, he seemed to get worse. And I don't know if those were his tendencies being picked up by coordinators, but, it was dreadful by the end of his time there.
And I know he was pressured. I know FSU's quarterback was pressured, made some bad throws. But you see him quite a bit thrown off his back foot, not following through. It's kind of hard to do that when a defensive lineman in your face.
Well, there is a lot of similarity there now.
There is.
Yeah, you can see
it. That is the weakness right now at FSU is the drop back passing game is a weakness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to get him out.
Yeah.
RPOs are his best.
Screens, something simple. Yeah.
Yeah. And the R.
He looks good. I mean, my son was at the game and he was saying he reminded me of. My son said he reminded him of Milroe from Alabama. He said, I don't know what happened to him, but, yeah.
Well, Malzahn's never really had true drop-back passer quarterbacks, though. I mean, if you look at his time at Auburn, I mean, nobody really comes to mind. Newton was going to scramble. That was obviously his best quarterback he ever had. But you had others that they wanted to get them out, get them moving. And it's the scheme at Florida State, I would think, would lean toward that anyway, just because of who the OC is.
Yeah, he said, well, everybody's seen the game, but Miami was Miami was pretty good.
Miami's really good. Yeah.
He said their end was they just couldn't stop them.
And, Dave, I talked to several Florida State fans. I'll tell you the difference here. Obviously, they got kind of hit in the mouth to start the game here, but the team did not quit. Last year's team would have wilted and folded, and it would have gotten ugly. But
that's a great point.
This year's team, they clawed. Now, I questioned the onside kick strategy. You had 3 attempts and came nowhere close on how they were choosing to kick that ball.
That was terrible execution.
Terrible
by the kicker.
Yeah.
We don't know about because he didn't go far enough.
Yeah, I mean, he had 3 shots and really didn't even come close on any of them, trying to spin that kind of helicopter kick there a few yards. But, the team kept clawing to give them a chance, and that was kind of what I thought was at least a bright spot on a tough night for FSU.
Can they bounce back, David? They got Pitt this week, 11 o'clock kickoff in Tallahassee. And, a lot of people saying they're writing them off. They're dead. They're gone. They're buried. I just said it's way too early. It's too early. We got a lot of football game to be played. We don't know what's going to happen.
I think they're going to win out. I believe they're going to win out. Now, if they lose, they can make a good bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, they will. Matter of fact, I've got one of them. I've got somewhere where they got them projected to go. What's going on with you? Anything happening?
No, I've just come up Star Avenue and a couple state troopers just come by me doing about 200 going south. So, and I just went through the Callaway. I didn't see nothing going on behind me, so it just must have happened. So whatever was going on, I don't know what's going on.
He called the cops
were
buzzing by him.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on.
They come by me like I was tired.
Well, let's find out one thing real quick that could maybe help us solve this problem. You got any family in town?
You're talking to me.
I'm talking to Wildcat. You got any people in Kentucky here?
Matter of fact, I do.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh. But anyway,
well, I think last time there was a fire that broke out. I think that's the reason they were hauling butt last time. I really do. I think there was a fire or something happened.
I guess. State troopers make it a little interesting, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they come around a bus. The bus was picking up kids. I guess he's waiting on them. And I mean, here they come.
Wow.
Right about where the entrance to the jail is. They come by me. Ooh, they was flying.
Are you?
But
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Unreal.
Well, I appreciate you calling, brother. You got anything else for us?
Yeah. Hey, Alabama goes. They traveling, right?
11 o'clock kickoff, ABC. They're going to be playing Missouri, and this to me is a trap game written all over it. And they've got the leading rusher in the country. Bama's problem's been really stopping the run. I'm worried sick about this ball game.
Oh yeah, I do have one thing. I used to keep up with John when he was coaching over in Niceville, and then Tommy took over. And I always followed him, because John and I go back to playing ball together. And but I do pull for Mosley too.
Yeah,
and Mosley looks real good.
Yeah, they got a good coach.
Got a shot at beating them.
Yeah, they do. I like the coach over there. They got Mosley's loaded. They do a great job.
Yeah. Now Niceville got beat by somebody bad.
Choctaw beat them.
Choctaw
beat them bad.
Yeah, and Choctaw's really good now. Choctaw's really good.
Unreal.
Yeah,
Unreal.
This is not the same old Niceville. I mean, it's not like world beaters like they've been in the past, but they're still very talented. I mean, they're still good. Oh, David, I just got breaking news. I just got a text in here. Let me read this out there. This is right from Tallahassee. The reason our kicks our 3 onside kicks were done poorly, we had Glenn Manley come up and work with our kickers before the Miami game, and we will never have him again. So
call online too from some guy named Glenn.
No, don't answer. I know he's listening. That's the reason I said that. He's gonna try to kill me. No. All right, David, we got to go, baby. You take care. Call us later.
What y'all do? All right, take care.
Bye, buddy. All right, we got to get these picks real quick, Jeremy. Who do you like? Arnold at Fort Walton.
Ooh, Arnold's got a shot in this ball game. They really do. Where are you leaning?
I'm going Marlins. Today.
Listen to you.
He broke out the pencil.
Yeah.
Broke out the pencil.
Yeah, where is the game being played?
At Fort Walton.
Okay, give me Fort Walton.
Fort Walton. Okay. All right, we got Bay at West Florida. Big game.
Yeah, the Tornadoes get it done.
Absolutely. Mosley at Niceville. I like Mosley.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I like Mosley. Rutherford, Bayhaven. Bayhaven's gotten good, man. It's Bayhaven's homecoming game.
This is a really interesting ball game. I think Bayhaven's finding some momentum. I watched them in person against Weewa Hitchcock. They got the upset last week. Rutherford's got the athletes, but St. Joe kind of smoked the Rams there. So who's homecoming?
Bayhaven. Yeah, versus Bayhaven, homecoming.
Oh, okay.
No, wait, I don't know.
Yeah, I went to Bay's. Weewah was Bayhaven's homecoming.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Walton versus Pensacola Catholic.
Oh, is it at Catholic?
No, Walton.
This is just one of those deals. You got a metro area bringing in a bunch of athletes, and so give me the Crusaders.
Port St. Joe.
Pensacola Catholic.
Pensacola. Vernon at Holmes County.
Blue Devils, big.
Holmes, okay. Port St. Joe at Chipley. That's going to be a tough one.
That's a tough one there. Too much team speed on the outside for the Tiger Sharks, and so the Tiger Sharks get the Tigers.
So you got
St. Joe.
St. Joe. Okay, Port St. Joe. Sneeds at Jefferson County.
Ooh, what do we know about Jeffco? Because Sneeds has been hit or miss this year. I mean, they've not really played as well as we would anticipate. And let's see what they've got here with Jefferson County coming up. I'm just going to take a quick look at their record here. Sneeds is 3-3. Jefferson County 1-2. So I think this may go the way of the Pirates here, though.
Yeah, I think so. And that game's home, too.
Yeah. South
Walton versus Freeport.
Whew, this one's a rivalry game here. I think the Freeport's had a good ball club. They're sitting at 4-1. This is a big ball game. South Walton, of course, they another perennial sort of power. These kids all know each other. 4-1, 4-2 games at South Walton. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks at home.
South Walton. Sounds good. That's a big game, like you said. We got a lot of people listening to us over that way. They got that brand new stadium. That thing will be packed out for this game, no doubt about that. And Freeport always get after you. This is going to be a good game. All right, that's our picks this week for the high school football. We'll do it again tomorrow. Get Jim Brandt, Jason Kowaleski, Kyle Vandegrift, find out what they think about this. We are listening to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Let's talk about some of our great people. I want to talk about a legendary doctor. The guy is incredible. One of the first doctors ever trained in robotic surgery. That is Chad Mitchell. The guy is incredible. 26 years this fall, right now, 26 years. Bay County sidelines. The guy is unbelievable. You don't have to be a great athlete to go see Chad. Just call him, make an appointment. He'll take care of you. I guarantee you that. Also, I want to thank newbies again for the FSU update. I want to thank Jason Kowaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. 2 great locations, 23rd Street, Pier Park. If you want to look better, feel better, get healthier, go visit Jason Kowaleski. I guarantee you'll be glad you did. Try it before you buy it. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
In Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze out of the northeast around 15 miles per hour and temps near 84. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 15 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a high 79. Sunshine Saturday with a temp of 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, Best Little Lumber Yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Visit the newly remodeled Mid-South Lumber Hardware and Feed Store in Youngstown. They have a full line of plumbing, electrical, hardware, and tools for your DIY home projects, as well as lumber and animal feed. Now offering not only baby chicks and a full line of poultry supplies, but also bunnies and parakeets. They also carry a wide selection of Duplin wines and gourmet products so you don't have to drive to the beach. Come see us at Mid-South Lumber on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
Are
Are you hungry for authentic Mexican cuisine? Then come to El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, where we serve up the freshest, most flavorful dishes on the beach. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, a great location, comfortable atmosphere, and happy hour from 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free, regular margaritas and 12-ounce house drafts. And you're going to love their lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus live music Wednesdays and Saturdays starting at 5:30. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, Thomas Drive across from the Navy base. And 10908 Front Beach Road.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jimmy Pridgeon with us this morning. Jimmy, again, tell me what church you're located at and what time your services are.
At First United Methodist Church of Panama City. A lot of our folks in the area probably been in our Community Life Center. We have recreation leagues that play there, and come join us. Love to have everybody.
I got to ask you this: how are how's the Seekers handling everything?
Yeah, they seem to be in good spirits. Now, I have not had a chance to talk with him, and I won't push Andy on it in a little bit if we have him. But the Auburn fans I have spoken with are not real happy about the buyout of the Baylor game.
Boy, I tell you what, they're not. There are a lot of people upset about that. It's $5 million that's going to help NIL.
For NIL.
You know, they contacted Kirby. He didn't do it. He didn't do it.
The economic impact for the city of Auburn and Lee County,
baby,
and having lived up in that part of the world, I remember going over to some meeting over there, and they said they want 15 home games every couple of years. That it matters that much. When
the amount of money made.
Mm-hmm. The tax revenue, the business support, that they're okay with giving up that one, like they went to Baylor, but they were really expecting that return trip from Baylor to be the marquee non-conference game.
And next year, Bama didn't come into Auburn, or neither's Georgia.
It's a 6-game home schedule, and it is atrocious as far as the schedule itself. And they're not going to lower the season ticket prices. They're not going to lower the askings for what those contributions are. So,
here we go again. That schedule making you play 9 conference games.
See, they get the 5 away games. Next year,
and you used to get 4 home games outside the conference, and then 4 conference. You had 8 home games.
You had 8, and that's how they would get to that 15. They do 8 one year and 7 the next, and now they've got a 6 home game schedule for the first time since before the conference went to before we went to 12 games. So I know you probably won't speak into it much, but I will. I mean, that's a huge loss. And then we talked about these neutral sites. I mean, Alabama made a mint off of these neutral site games, but there's just something different about at that time going to Austin as a non-conference game, or even going to Tallahassee this year, that you go see somebody else's campus. Those games are now lost, and you're not going to take as many of those games.
I've said yesterday, I was talking to Chris Stewart, and you're going to have to get used to it. It's a different world now with everybody transferring in, transferring out. Everybody's got players. You win 9-10 games, you've had a good year, and we just got used to that. Mm-hmm. And now with 9 SEC games, we didn't have to do that. That's all greed. That was all about the money. We did not have to do that.
No.
This is Saturdays down south. This is what they think is going to happen. You better have brought some food or you ain't coming in here. Saturdays down south, this is what they predict as far as bowl games are concerned. Rose Bowl, Ohio State will be there versus the winner of 8 and 9. The Orange Bowl, Miami, they'll play the winner of 7th ranked 10, 7th and 10. Cotton Bowl will be Oregon versus 6-11. Sugar Bowl, Alabama Crimson Tide. If this happens, I don't care what it costs. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there.
New Orleans, here you come.
Best bowl game anywhere is a Sugar Bowl. 5 and 12 winner. First round, here we go. In the first round, you're going to have number 5 ranked Texas Tech versus number 12 Memphis.
Wow.
Number 6 Ole Miss at home versus number 11 Notre Dame. Number 7 Texas A&M versus number 10 Oklahoma. Number 8, Indiana versus number 9, Georgia. On the road, snow, ice, freezing weather.
Wow.
What happens? We don't know. We'll see. Now, the rest of the SEC, here's what they predict is going to happen. In the Citrus Bowl, It's going to be the Tennessee Volunteers playing the Michigan Wolverines.
Can't spell citrus without UT.
Or Michigan. I think Michigan will be at that game. The Quest Bowl, Missouri versus Penn State. That's Tampa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The Gator Bowl.
How dreadful the fall has been for Penn State.
Oh, man. They still got to play the Buckeyes. Gator Bowl, LSU versus FSU.
That's a good ball game. You know, just those two used to play all the time, and yeah, another one of those lost to conference expansion.
But will the fans get excited about that? I mean, you got to go to Jacksonville, and you've already played them. I'd rather than play Penn State.
They did play recently, but I mean, you were there at one of those games. I mean,
good game,
great environment there. So yeah.
All right, Texas. You're going to have the Texas Longhorns. How have they fell? Texas Longhorns playing TCU.
Yawner.
Music City Bowl. Music City Bowl. I don't know about this one. They don't have to travel very far. Vandy versus Illinois.
Illinois still have more people.
That's true. Have you ever been to the Music City Bowl?
Once, yeah.
Was that when Bama played?
Yeah, I think we were Minnesota or somebody. I mean, it was, years ago.
And I think we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mayo Bowl. Mayo Bowl. Auburn Tigers versus Duke.
Charlotte's beautiful in December.
Liberty Bowl. Mississippi State versus Arizona.
Huh. Okay.
They don't have anybody from the SEC in the Birmingham Bowl. So I don't get we have many teams.
Do we just not qualify? I mean,
well, we got to get teams in the playoffs. We got these other teams left over.
Where did South Carolina land?
You don't hear Florida anywhere. They're not thrilled on Florida. I don't see South Carolina.
They don't even have them getting them bowl eligible?
Nope. Maybe I left it out.
Wow.
I don't see it. But that is brought to you by Saturdays Down South. Who knows, man? Who knows? Let's. We got a special guest in the studio right now. The one and only Michigan Eddie. How you doing today, sir? Well, you look good. Thank you for dropping by. Come on back anytime. See you later. All right. Oh, you are here. What's up, Big Daddy? How you feeling?
A lot better because the Tigers beat the Mariners yesterday in the ALDS. So and life's good. Hockey starts tonight. Red Wings play tonight. Yeah. Pistons will be starting. Michigan plays USC.
And you're here in Florida, the hockey capital of the world.
And Mosley's got a big game against Niceville. I just checked the records. Niceville's 4-3, so they're not the Niceville of old. I mean, they got beat pretty handily by Choctaw, Crestview, and Lincoln. Mosley and Niceville have a common opponent in Escambia. They did beat Escambia pretty handily, but Mosley just has to go out there and take care of business and
share the district title and can be claimed tonight for the winner.
Yep. And it's the Fish Bowl, so that place is going to be packed. Niceville shuts down, like the whole town shuts down on a football night. So
pretty crazy.
Having lived over there for 5 years when I was over at Egland, so
hey, I just got a text from a beautiful lady, my daughter, Mariah Hale goes, "Tell your hockey friend we say go Pens." How about that, baby? They're good. Steelers are good in everything.
Actually, their trio of Malkin and Crosby, and I forgot the other guy, is like one of the few players that have played together for 20-plus seasons, all with the Penguins. And Pittsburgh is a great sports town. Not as good as Detroit.
Do you like the Steelers?
But
do you like Steelers?
No. But they do have a lot of Wolverines on their roster.
That's right. They do.
Roman Wilson and all that, so they always pick up Harbaugh's. Seems like the Ravens and the Steelers always pick up Michigan guys for whatever reason.
And Alabama.
But, by the way, the state of Ohio, Michigan owns you. Lions beat the Browns and the Bengals. Tigers took out the Indians. The Buckeyes can't beat Michigan. And for that matter, Michigan owns Alabama, too.
Hey, I admit it.
Yeah.
We're not going to cry about it. You guys beat us twice in one year. Nobody's done that. I mean, ever.
So speaking of Alabama, you know who started the game for the Tigers yesterday?
No.
Number 1 draft pick from, I think, Springfield or Spring Valley, Alabama.
Okay.
Auburn grad. Casey Mize.
Wow.
Yeah. Very good.
I did not know that. Awesome.
And I got to say something. My most hated city now is not Cleveland. But I respect Cleveland. I can't stand Seattle. I hope we take it to them tomorrow. Because here's what one Mariners fan said to a fan. I was listening to my people's radio station back home. So they had an orange out because the Tigers' colors like Auburn. Orange, blue, and white, and then gray when they're on the road. So they had an orange out, but I guess this caller, he's kind of a bigger dude, and who knows why he's a bigger dude, but he's bigger. So this Mariners fan goes, "You look like a big fat pumpkin." I'm like, "You don't come into our house and say that."
Well, you knew that was coming.
That's that was the worst thing they said.
No, I'm sure there's worse, but
they didn't spit.
You're upset about that?
They didn't spit.
Tarek Skubal and the Tigers have an outpouring offensive explosion and beat those geeks from Seattle in that cesspool of a city.
Tell us how you feel about Seattle.
It's Rutherford's homecoming.
Rutherford, yeah. I went to Bay Haven, or North Bay Haven.
Yeah. And Glenn said, "You're wrong, Michigan Eddie."
About what?
I don't know. He said, "Tell you you're wrong." I'm just doing
I'm
what
surprised
I'm
Glenn didn't have a rebuttal to you saying he worked with Florida State's kickers.
He probably ran off the road. All right, we got to take a break. We get back. We got Alabama at 8:15. Jeremy Pridgeon, the voice of the Auburn Tigers. Looking forward to that.
I'm not the voice of the Auburn Tigers.
I'm Andy Bertram. Good God. You know what I just tell you? I'm starting to say things.
Michigan Eddie will be doing the Alabama update.
I think it's time.
I'm going to call Julie and just say, hey, start watching a little closer. Make sure he locks the doors. Make sure he...
No, really, I think it's time. I've made more mistakes this week than I have ever made.
You get tongue-tied, too.
No, I don't know what it is. I see things. I'm hearing things at night.
You got to go to sleep.
Maybe you should take Monday off.
You know what? I think you're right. I need the grandkids to come over and play with something. All right, talk about some of our wonderful people. We got so many, and we just got to talk about Mosley, Tommy Oliver, homecoming. If you're down in Port St. Joe, all you Tiger Sharks, get out to Taco Bell. They got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They've got DoorDash. They got it all. They're big-time supporters of you Tiger Sharks. Port St. Joe, 3 wonderful locations, Panama City Beach, Callaway, but all you Tiger Sharks, what do we say? Go Tiger Sharks. All right, let's also talk about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. The special today is the burgers, man. They're incredible. You heard about it over where you live, Wildcat, right?
Yeah.
They're huge. They're good. I think the spice is what they do. Really good stuff. Mm-hmm. Go check it out. If you love seafood, they got the best ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's.
It's everywhere.
And speaking of food, Pat Perno, love you, brother. City commissioner over there does an incredible job for the great city of Lynn Haven. All you Mosley Dolphins, get out there before you head out to Niceville. Get down there to Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Get out there, have a great time. You can have a party. You don't want to go there, but you want to have a huge party, but you love their wings. I don't care how many you want. Call Pat, make an order. I don't care if it's 100, 200. Just tell them what time you want them ready.
Don't forget the onion rings.
They got great onion rings. They're wonderful.
The best.
Hey, we're over that way anyway. Let's go see Russ and Amber.
Time's getting ready to fall back for the season, and so now you can go into David Adamson Designer Jewelry, get your jewelry inspected, get it cleaned, and get a new battery for your watch all in one place. Christmas is only 77 days away. David Adamson Designer Jewelry. 8:30.
Go Pens. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We get back. Alabama update. Jeremy Pridgeon, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Michigan Wolverines sitting in here with us. How'd he get in? I have no idea. Be right back.
The game going with ESPN Northwest Florida. Just because you get out of the car doesn't mean the Sports Talk and Live play-by-play have to end. Just say, hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida. From Michigan Avenue to the man cave, from the car to the kitchen, we've got you covered. Keep the game going. Hey Alexa, open ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze out of the northeast around 15 miles per hour and temps near 84. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 15 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a high 79. Sunshine Saturday with a temp of 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Alabama updates brought by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason, we love you. Locals, he graduated from Mosley High School. He starts his company. It has exploded. They go all throughout the Panhandle of Florida. They're the best at what they do. They're getting customers like you would not believe. We got a brand new unit from them. They do unbelievable work. One of the most honest, hardworking people out there. You want your power bill to go down. You want to be comfortable all year long. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't let their power bill go through the roof. Call them. Let them come out and service it. They'll coach you up, tell you what you need to do, save money on energy. They are number one, Stevenson Air Conditioning. Michigan Eddie, before he leaves, would like to share something with us. Go ahead, Michigan Eddie.
Correction, I'm the people's caller when I'm wrong. I'll admit it. So Casey Mize is from Alabama. He did go to Auburn. He was the number one pick in 2018 or 19, and he pitches for the Detroit Tigers. But he's from Springville, Alabama, not Springfield or Spring Valley. It's Springville. So, Coach Manley, I apologize. And that's the only thing I was wrong about.
Yeah, the only thing you've ever been wrong about, as far as I'm concerned.
I wouldn't go that far. But anyway.
You're the man. All right, Jerry, what do you got for us today on the Alabama Crimson Tide? Are you leaving now or are you going? You staying or you going?
Yeah, I got to get going.
Hey, right. Bless you, brother. Thank you for coming by.
You guys take care. Have a blessed rest of your week. Tear it up Thursday and have a wonderful weekend. And I got to get to work.
All right,
go Wolverines.
Yes.
Go Wolverines.
Beat USC. Go Tigers. Go Red Wings. Go Pistons. And go Air Force, baby.
Go home. All right, here we go.
All right. Well, Alabama update. So, Alabama took care of business on Saturday against Vanderbilt. Much anticipated home game against the Commodores. Revenge is rarely a factor for Alabama in a ball game, but as much as Diego Pavia was running his mouth ahead of going into T-Town, it did seem that that kind of motivated Alabama's defense, particularly to get after Mr. Pavia, who brought his good friend Johnny Manziel with him. Pavia made a couple mistakes that really I think were critical because that game was much closer than people realize. The fumble was huge, and that could have set the tone pretty early for us to be in a real slugfest. But this week, it's going to be interesting. So, trap game is probably the best way to describe this ball game. We're not looking ahead or anything, but we know who's coming up on the third Saturday in October. That game's always circled, and we'll talk more about that. But before we get there, we got to go to Columbia, Missouri. Columbia is a beautiful place. If you look at the top things to do for your travels there, you can go see Stark Caverns. They've got those there. You've got Skyview balloons are kind of highly recommended. They do give tours the Missouri State Penitentiary there as well. So
this is game day experience. That's good. I like this.
Yeah. So just know that there's some options for you if you're heading out to Columbia.
I hope Bill and Sue are not listening right now. They're big Missouri fans. Anyway, go ahead.
There is good barbecue. Missouri is known for barbecue and great school of journalism. Big basketball program. But this is the least Southeastern Conference school I have ever visited. But Alabama's making the trip now. It gets even more quirky. What are Missouri's colors?
Black and gold.
Who did we just play?
Black and gold, Vandy.
That's exactly right. So we get, and even though Vandy's a private, Research One and Missouri's a state U, a lot of similarities there. I mean, high academic regard. So all of those things aside, if you want to know the key to the ball game, texted my friend John Moore earlier, but the key to this ball game, strangely enough, is going to come down to the quarterback play for Missouri against Alabama's defense. Now,
absolutely,
where did Missouri's quarterback play prior to coming?
Penn State.
Penn State. That's exactly right. Yeah. So while we all know Diego Pavia, and that name has been seared in the minds of Alabama fans since last year, Bo Pribula is the guy to watch Saturday. Why? He is a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah.
He has thrown it well, but he can run it. What is the kryptonite for Alabama?
A quarterback that can do both.
Quarterback that can do both. So here we are Saturday. He is from Pennsylvania. He has led Missouri to their wins over Kansas, 42-21, win over South Carolina. Now, their schedule is pretty soft.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely their biggest test, playing Alabama. But Missouri is running up the yards, 547 yards per game, 45.2 points a game. Alabama's defense giving up just 16 points. Something's got to give.
Yep.
Something has to give. He has thrown already for 1,203 yards, 9 touchdowns, and this is the scary stat. Completing 76% of his passes. How do you get them off the field? You're going to have to get the running game stopped, which means stopping him, because if you got a quarterback that can run, you've got an extra back in the field, another one that has to be accounted for. And if you have to give up a guy to account for the quarterback, what does that do to the passing game?
Yeah.
So I don't like the matchup at all. I don't like the game at all. 11 o'clock in the morning, early, they're not even awake yet. So the other factor, Alabama going on the road. And while we handled it at Georgia, I think they played with a little more urgency. I fear perhaps with Tennessee looming on the horizon, there could be the potential of overlooking what's going to be in front of them Saturday.
A lot of people are picking Missouri to win this ball game. There's no doubt about that.
Now, the X factor of all those sort of breaking those things, the X factor are the HCs. And while Lane Kiffin is kind of the one that sort of emerges as the jokester, maybe the new Spurrier, a little more brazen, Drinkwitz in his own way has his own little comedic style.
Quirky a little bit.
Little quirky there. I don't know if you heard the press conference there, but DeBoer was finishing up and his time was done and it was being moderated. And Drinkwitz actually asked the guy moderating if he could ask DeBoer a question. And so he didn't get the first question, but the guy turned to Drinkwitz and said, well, it looks like your next question is going to come from Eli Drinkwitz of Missouri Athletics. And you know what the question was? Were you wearing the black hoodie of death?
What did Coach say?
I didn't get his response. I think there was a lot of laughter there, but it's a great little clip there. He said, we'll see what the forecast is, but I'm executing that. So it's kind of got a life of its own. So, but he said, that's the only question I need to find out for the day. All right, see you. Signed off.
Let me ask you this, though, seriously. What's the weather going to be like there?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Upper 70s, glorious day for football. No wind.
That, I think, helps our passing attack.
Yeah, we don't have to make a late November trip. We've been out there when it's been miserable raining. We've been out there when it's miserable
cold. If our quarterback's not on, if he didn't have a good game, I don't think we have a shot.
We've got to score in the 30s, probably the 40s.
We got to start fast. Mm-hmm. We got to get ahead.
Yeah.
They can keep away from us also.
They can do it. Alabama has the ability to grind out the clock. We've had some 6, 7, 8 minute drives. That would not be a bad thing.
Let me go this real quick. I wrote this up and I want to get it in. Scoring, you just hit some of it. Scoring offense, Alabama's 6th in the SEC, Missouri 2nd. 45 points a game for Missouri, Alabama 36. Scoring defense, you hit it on the head. Alabama's 5th, Missouri's 6th. Missouri's 4th. Total offense, Missouri's number 1 in the SEC, Alabama's 7th. Total defense, Alabama's 4th so far in the SEC, Missouri's 2nd. Rush offense, Alabama's 14th in the SEC, Missouri's number 1 in the SEC. Rush defense, Alabama's 13th, Missouri's number 1. Pass offense, Bama's 2nd, Missouri's 9. Pass defense, Alabama's 2nd, Missouri's 3rd. It's close across the board. They have not lost a ball game. They have not even gone on the road all year. This scares me to death. I mean, our history on the road for the first year and then at FSU early in the year, the defense, even though I will say this, they made good adjustments at halftime of the Vandy game. But, buddy, we got to play really well to win this ball game.
Mm-hmm. It's
their strength versus our weakness.
Yeah. You want to be up early and be ready for this one?
I can't wait to hear your pick. All right, we get back. We got the voice of the Auburn Tiger. If you want a new roof, there's only one place to go. And guess what church he goes to? Where does Kyle Vandegrift go to church?
First Time Methodist Church.
There you go, buddy. You want a roof, you get a good roof, you get the best roof. You go TK Vandy Roofing. They also can build anything. General contracting, they design, build, commercial, residential. They can do it all. You got bugs in the house, you want them gone. Your yard just doesn't look very good. You'd like it to look like a golf course. We all would. You can make that happen. Go local. Go Turf Pro Pest Control. They're number 1. Patrick will take care of both your problems. Listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. And also listen to Kyle every Friday right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Get back. The voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Coming up on October 31st, it's the Cal G Squires inaugural golf tournament benefiting the Angel House Bereavement Center, the only provider of clinical grief counseling in Bay County. Costumes are encouraged for this fun day at Bay Point. Prizes for a hole-in-one, longest drive, closest to the pin, and best costume. To register you or your team, go to angelhousebci.org.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze out of the northeast around 15 miles per hour and temps near 84. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 15 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a high 79. Sunshine Saturday with a temp of 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Every love story deserves a perfect beginning. At Tracy's Fine Jewelry, we believe that your engagement ring should be as unique as your love. Explore our vast selection of certified natural and lab-created diamonds, each hand-picked for brilliance and beauty. Whether you desire the timeless allure of one of our hand-selected engagement rings, or you'd like to custom design the perfect ring, visit us today and let our experts guide you in finding the ring of her dreams, because love deserves the best. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, where love sparkles.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
Auburn Tigers. I tell you what, your church is loaded with Auburn Tigers.
Got a lot of them.
Unbelievable. They're all over the Panhandle of Florida. And they love Thursdays at 8:15 because they got the voice of the Auburn Tigers, the legendary Andy Burcham. Andy, how are you doing this morning, sir?
James, I'm doing very well. Looking forward to a huge, huge weekend on the Plains. Saturday night at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Auburn and Georgia.
Andy, give us a weather report. What's it going to be like at 6:30 at Auburn?
I believe the temperature is going to be like 74 degrees at game time. They're expected to dip into the 60s. Supposed to be dry. It's going to be a very, very nice night for football at Jordan-Hare. Cannot wait, man. Jay, I want to hit this real quick with you. Last 4 games at Auburn, all games, one-score games. I was talking to Jeremy about this. I don't know why. I got a good feeling about this. Auburn's defense has not been the problem, Andy. It's the offense. What are you hearing? They've had 2 weeks to get some things adjusted. Offensive line, quarterback release. What are you hearing? Give us some hope. Well, I agree with you on the fact that Auburn's defense has played well enough for Auburn to win every game that it's been in this season, and that includes the 2 losses at Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Auburn has had the ball in the fourth quarter in both of those games with a chance to win it and was unable to do so. Auburn is giving up 88 yards per game on the ground and will face a very good rushing offense in Georgia this week, and I think that's one of the huge keys, is how does Auburn attack the run game of Georgia. And Georgia's very good on the ground. It's averaging over 200 yards a game on the ground, number 5 in the SEC. So, to me, that's one of the big keys. Obviously, though, what does Auburn do from an offensive standpoint? Has Auburn addressed the fact that at times it appears Jackson Arnold is holding on to the ball too long? Auburn did not run the ball, did not commit to the run at Texas A&M. The coaching staff has said that Auburn needs to do that moving forward. I know Damari Alston and Jeremiah Cobb want to run that football Saturday against another really good team against the run. Georgia is 4th in the SEC, holding opponents to 82 yards per game on the ground. And I think for Auburn to win this game, that's the bottom line key. Auburn has to establish the run on Saturday. Auburn cannot just rely on a passing game against Georgia this Saturday and hope to win the game. That's my opinion. I think Auburn has the running game needed to win this ball game, but it has to commit to that. And not just Damari Alston and Jeremiah Cobb, but Jackson Arnold as well. Jackson Arnold's a good runner. He leads Auburn with 5 touchdown runs this season. He has 192 yards rushing. He's the number 2 rusher for Auburn, behind Damari Alston. Behind Jeremiah Cobb with 403 yards this season. So, to me, the run game is the key on both sides of the ball on Saturday, James.
Hey, Andy, Jeremy, good morning.
Hi, Jeremy.
You know, a great breakdown of Saturday night, and I'm kind of one of these that sort of looks at the aspects around the game. Now, you know, Alabama and Auburn rivals, obviously, and then Alabama has Tennessee, and I think in many ways, many respects, Georgia is the equivalent for Auburn here. If you're not familiar with the programs and the series, the Deep South's oldest rivalry. I saw an article about the game between the hoses that was kind of circulating around. There have been some storied games. First overtime game, and there years ago. But just kind of for all of us here in the area, kind of set the tone for what Saturday means with these programs. You've got students from Georgia that go to Auburn. It's a border town, but there's a lot of animosity here, particularly when one program seems to have the upper hand.
And Georgia's had the upper hand of late. They won 8 in a row. A win on Saturday night would tie the series record for most consecutive wins by one of the two teams. Georgia, for the last 20 years, has dominated this series. And it hasn't just been the last 10 years with Kirby Smart, although he certainly has done that. So Georgia certainly had the upper hand. Until that time, however, this was a series that was not only even in wins back and forth, but almost in points. Total points scored back and forth. But the last 20 years, Georgia has dominated this series. And that, I think, fuels the fire for Auburn going in. Auburn played very well in this game 2 years ago, had a chance to win it, and was unable to pull it off. It is a series that, as you mentioned, is the oldest in the Deep South, started in 1892 on a February Saturday at Piedmont Park in Atlanta. A lot of folks don't remember or don't realize that game was played in February, but it wasn't a fall sport. It really wasn't a sport.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The series that, for many years was played in Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
And the statue outside the south side of Jordan-Hare Stadium of Cliff Hare, of course, his name is part of the stadium name along with Shug Jordan and Pat Dye. And part of that statue is an old cigar box. And for some of us old-timers, we understand what that looks like. That they literally would take gate receipts from those games in Columbus and split them between administrators between Auburn and Georgia. So if you're ever at the Auburn game, come to that south side and look at that statue of Cliff Hare and notice that cigar box.
Wow.
It's there for a reason. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the beauty of college football.
Listen, I mean, this series produced Shug Jordan and Pat Dye and Vince Dooley.
Yeah.
3 of the big-time names in this series. And Vince Dooley, of course, played at Auburn, became a legend at Georgia. Pat Dye played at Georgia, became a legend at Auburn. Shug Jordan went back and forth between Auburn, I believe, and Georgia. And of course, came to Auburn and became the legendary head coach. So there's a great deal of history, but it is a series that Georgia has dominated of late. Auburn needs to help turn that around on Saturday night.
Andy, I've had people talk about this game, and I just pointed out and said, hey, no one gave Florida a shot to beat Texas. No one. And look what happened. Crazy things happen at Auburn, especially at night when it gets dark there. They make it a fourth quarter game. I feel good about Auburn. The only difference between Texas and Georgia, I think the quarterback play at Georgia is better, and they got Kirby Smart on the sideline, which I think is a huge thing. But I feel good about the game Saturday night. All right, I got to ask you this question. I know you had nothing to do with it, but there are people upset that they have moved the Baylor game from Auburn to Atlanta, and I know the money for NIL, whatever, I get that, but the community lost out on millions of dollars. What do they get next year? 6 home games, and that's it. People want to go to Auburn. They enjoy going there. Now you got people living in the Panhandle of Florida going to have to go to Atlanta. What's your take on it? I know you have nothing to do with it, but we have to. I did want to ask you about it. What you thought?
I understand the disappointment from a fan's perspective. I certainly understand the disappointment from a community standpoint and the impact economically that a home football game has on Auburn, Opelika, Lee County, in this region. Guys, what it comes down to is this. Like it or not, this is an opportunity for Auburn to garner millions and millions of dollars for NIL. That's what it comes down to. It is still a place close enough for folks to make the trip to Atlanta, play in a beautiful facility at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I really understand both of these, but what it comes down to, and I've heard figures, and I don't know this for sure, but I've heard figures anywhere between $4 and $8 million for Auburn in NIL, and it will not only affect football, it affects basketball, baseball, softball, women's basketball. It's across the board with NIL at this point. So that's the bottom line in this. It has been. This is not a decision that was made just recently. This has been in the works for quite some time, from what I understand, and this is the case moving forward for Auburn and Baylor. That first ball game, or that game early next year in Atlanta.
Andy, it's going to be really interesting. See if there's more to come.
I live in this community. I've lived in this community since 1988, and I mean, I eat in these restaurants that will be affected. Shop in the stores that will be affected. I understand that. My heart goes out to those folks, but it just comes down to money to NIL at this point.
Well, Andy, I certainly appreciate your time. The legendary Andy Burcham. Now, 6 o'clock, 6:30 kickoff on ABC. Watch it. That's fine. Turn the volume down. Listen to Andy Burcham. You'll be glad you did. We'll talk to you next week. War Eagle, buddy.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a great weekend. War Eagle.
War Eagle. I tell you what, I feel good about it. You don't seem as confident as I am. You just don't believe in that offense.
It's suspect. It is suspect.
If they're on. It's like Florida. Nobody gave Florida a shot.
Yeah.
The quarterback play has been pathetic. 5 interceptions to LSU. I think it's the exact same thing. The difference is, though, you got Kirby Smart as the head coach of Georgia. And their quarterback's pretty good.
And I look at the Alabama-Georgia game, which obviously is the closest that I saw Georgia. Georgia kind of was shell-shocked by Alabama's third down conversions.
Yeah.
And Alabama's ability to stay on the field.
Yep.
And that changed the dynamic of the game, and Alabama still squeaked out of Sanford Stadium. I mean, 24-21.
Yeah.
But Auburn's going to have to possess the ball, and keep Georgia off the field. And that's a challenge.
The game is being played at Auburn.
It is.
And and I know crazy things happen.
Freeze, by his nature, is not a ball control, kill the clock coach.
He's got to get one of these wins now.
He's got to get one of them. It's going to be a long year on the plains here. But, Alabama was quick to let 40 seconds run off the clock every time the ball, Freeze likes to go, and that just you don't stay on the porch with the big dogs there.
He doesn't stick with the running game. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I know who always sticks to winning. That is Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Pat Purnell, the city commissioner over there, is incredible. You want to have a wonderful time, great atmosphere, TVs everywhere, great place to watch college, NFL, and all you Mosley Dolphins, head on down there before you head out on the road to watch Mosley play Niceville. Make sure you get out to Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. When you're out in Lynn Haven, let's go see Russ and Amber. I need some jewelry.
77 days till Christmas. You still got time to design a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry. And where do you do that? David Adamson, Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
You know what I need to do? We need to take Lorelai and Leighton down there. They're into all that. They would love that.
Oh, my gosh. And especially if they've
got
got
maybe I shouldn't. That would probably cost me. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
No, they've got estate sales stuff that you can get for...
Oh, they do. They're great
pennies
people,
on
man.
the dollar.
They're unbelievable. No doubt about that. Also, don't forget about Dr. John Ward. 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. It can be deadly. Listen to Dr. Ward every Wednesday, 7:30, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If it doesn't look right, feel right, don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. Go see Dr. Ward. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Only allowed 20 points and lost the game.
Hey, Swamp Dog, I apologize for interrupting. We have a guest weighing in. We'll come back to you in a minute if that's okay. Hey, Rich.
I'm happy to be here as well, although it is very awkward. I was known in high school as Swamp Dog. You know, I don't mean to steal any thunder, but here I am.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linden. Call 850-320-8388.
For exciting college football, the best boiled seafood, and the most game day fun, it's Lone Star Boil House. Watch the games on their huge Jumbotron. Challenge your friends to beer pong, cornhole, and oversized Connect 4 in their new adult lounge. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for incredible wings, the best boiled seafood, and a new breakfast menu. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9. Crush the follow on Facebook to catch huge game day specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
On the run, time to let the big dogs eat.
How about that answer by Georgia? In the end zone, touchdown, Georgia!
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
We are back live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're going to do our college picks right now. Jeremy Pridgeon, we got some tough games to pick this week. Let's start with Michigan Da's favorite team, the Michigan Wolverines. They're on the road at USC. It seems like the teams that travel that distance are having a hard time this year.
Yes.
And I see that. Hopefully they're smart.
Well, this
they
has
go
been
on Thursday instead
But this
of
has
Friday.
been well chronicled. I mean, you look at NFL teams that, travel west to east. So, now you're going to do this with 18-year-olds who are, carrying course loads and, probably a lot of them experiencing this for the first time. It's tough. I mean, nobody had Penn State losing at UCLA, but then they make the trip to Pasadena. And it happens.
I want to say this. I was thought with everything that happened at Michigan that this would be a down year for them. I watched them play twice. I watched them more than twice, but a lot twice. They're not bad.
They're not bad.
They're that young quarterback's going to be something special. They got the best running back. Our running back is unbelievable. And next year, I think Michigan's going to be really good. What do you think? Who's going to win this one?
It's this where you just favor the home team. You don't have to get on a plane and travel 3,000 miles and, be away from your settings. Sit there and hear that Men of Troy chant over and over and over again is going to get in the ears of Michigan. They're going to have very few fans there anyway, just because of the travel. So give me the Trojans at home.
So their offense is really good. Their problems is like always on defense. Where Michigan's strength is their defense. The freshman quarterback, that kind of balance out. It's going to come down to who makes mistakes. And I see where you're going with that. All right. This is a big football game. Indiana at Oregon. Indiana's better than this is not the old Indiana. Their offense, they're good. They got players. Everybody got players now. But they got to go to Oregon. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a close game, I think.
Similar dynamic here. You've got a team that's having to board a plane and go out. Now, it's an early morning kick on the West Coast that time, 11:30 Pacific time. I think 12:30 Pacific time, 2:30 for Indiana, so they can acclimate a little bit better. Indiana can score at will. And Oregon is going to be suspect there. This is going to be a shootout. This is going to be a 45-38, 42-38 type of ball game. And can somebody get a stop? This is kind of like getting a break on a serve in a tennis match. Indiana's just good enough to do that to Oregon. But Autzen Stadium is an environment like they've never seen. Oregon gets it done. Very, very close ball game.
I thought you were going to Indiana. Northwestern, is there any way Penn State screws this one up? Northwestern at Penn State, or I couldn't see that happening.
This is just back to fundamentals for Penn State. Let's just run the football. Let's tackle. And you've got more athletes. You got more talent. You're playing at home. You got to regroup. But Penn State gets it done.
Now, could this be a ball game? I thought they were dead, gone, buried. They got embarrassed by a really talented Indiana team. They bounced back at home, beat USC, but they hadn't faced anything what they're going to face this week. They are at home. The Buckeyes come in there. Unbelievable talent, and I got to give Rondé credit. They do a really good job coaching. Ohio State, number one team in the country. Is it going to be close? Ohio State blow them out? Or do we see an upset?
I can't see Illinois having enough to stay with Ohio State. This will be close for a little while. And if you notice, Ohio State has not really just come out of the gate and smoked anybody. It's usually taken a half. Whether it's Texas, we watched them kind of just find their footing and then they pull away. Even at Northwestern, they struggled mightily. So it's the depth and wearing down a team that'll create the separation, and Ohio State pulls away in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Ohio State's the real deal. Clemson at BC. The BC struggled this year. They're done that very good. Has Dabo got the ship right, going the right direction now? They beat North Carolina mercifully. Does this to continue this week? And the game's at Boston College.
Games up in West Chestnut there. I was going to see what the weather's looking like because night game up there as well.
A night game? I did not know that. Yeah. People struggle when they go up there and play.
So I think Clemson gets it done, but it's going to be closer than you think here. Boston College, for all of their shortcomings, they're still a pretty physical ball team. They can smash it. I just don't know they got the skill. People stay with them.
I think Clemson gets it done. All right, Pitt at FSU. Now, one thing you pointed out earlier today, and I thought that was really impressive too, is Florida State football players did not quit. They didn't turn on each other. They played hard for 4 quarters. They get back, make it a ball game. Who knows? They get any of those onside kicks, we might be talking totally different. Then you take away the mistakes. Florida State had a lot better opportunity to win that football game. I think the quarterback play has to improve for them to finish out and win out and have a chance to make the playoffs. If not, I don't think they got a shot. But everybody says they're done and buried. We don't know that. Anything can happen in college football. Every game, every week, there can be more and more upsets. What happens? Do they bounce back? 11 o'clock kickoff in Tallahassee? Do the fans show up? I certainly hope so. What do you think?
Well, one good thing about this game, if you've never been to Doak Campbell Stadium and you want to go, tickets, including the fees on these secondary sites, are down to about $20. I think I even saw one at 16. So,
wow.
I don't know if that's the time. I don't know if it's Pitt. I don't know if it's just kind of the sort of lackluster kind of aftermath of the Miami game. So a lot of seats available. Early kick. Does FSU let Miami
beat them twice
in Pittsburgh uniforms? Because Pittsburgh's not a bad team. This really is a critical moment for Norvell to kind of regroup. They've still got things in front of them. It's not all lost. And that's going to be his challenge. Can he get them regrouped? Because it's not all over with the Miami game. They certainly took a hit. FSU gets it done in the ugliest fashion possible.
Ooh, all right. Okay. All right, I want to jump to this one. I think this is a pretty easy choice. Washington State travels a long way to meet a hot number 4 ranked Ole Miss Rebels. Lane Kiffin, all the talk about him going to Florida, everything's going on there. Rebels ranked number 4 in the country. is it completely blow them out of the water, or is it competitive at all?
You know, Lane Kiffin has in his contract 100,000, I think it's 200, something like that, guarantee bonus for every Power 4 win here. I don't know if they technically qualify because of the way that Pac-12 is right now, but they're everybody's favorite independent if they're not. But Ole Miss just has a field day with Washington State here. Keeps it rolling.
All right, we get back. We're going to look at the Auburn-Georgia game, South Carolina, LSU, Alabama, Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, the Red River, and then the big one, Florida at Texas A&M. Right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people. Steve's Bike Shop. I apologize. I didn't mention Steve today. I love Steve. Steve Bershaw is a swim coach at Moles. He does an incredible job over there. If you're looking for a bike, I'm talking these electrical bikes, you get the best deal there. I was in Birmingham. I was actually at Homewood and went into the shop. I told them about we had a sponsor that owns a bike shop also like his. Their prices, I was shocked. You'll save a lot of money right here in Panama City instead of up in Homewood, Alabama. They're proud of that. I mean, I couldn't believe what they were marked up. The exact same bike here were a couple $1,000s cheaper. You looking for an electrical bike, new or used, is Steve's Bike Shop. They've been in business since 1979, right across the street from Sam's. They got the old standard bikes. They got it all. Steve's Bike Shop's number one. Not even close. Locals taking care of locals. That's Steve Bershaw. The guy's incredible. Steve's Bike Shop. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Not even close. Newbies, get out to one of the 4 newbies. Have a wonderful time. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Have a great time. Jason Kovaleski. Lose weight, gain weight, muscle mass. He can do it all. Listen to him every Tuesday and Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle Vandergriff, Vandy Roofing is number one. Not even close. Go local, go Vandy Roofing. The guy is incredible. Also, Turpro Pest Control. You want that yard to look beautiful? Patrick can make it happen. You got yards. You're getting bugs in your house. They're everywhere. They won't be anymore. Call Patrick. Call local. Turpro Pest Control. They'll take care of all your needs. Locals taking care of locals. His beautiful daughter's a cheerleader at Mosley High School. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back. Jeremy Pridgeon, Wildcat. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
What can you tell us about Malachi Tony? I mean, for this game, he had 7 receptions, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he just turned 18 years old.
Yeah.
He should be in high school. He reclassified. They call him Baby Jesus. Someone asked me why they call him Baby Jesus. I said, well, either he's a miracle worker or he walks on water, one or the other.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Thursday. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze out of the northeast around 15 miles per hour and temps near 84. Tonight we will have mostly clear skies and a wind speed of 15 miles per hour and be cool at 67. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a high 79. Sunshine Saturday with a temp of 82. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida, Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
College football isn't life and death. It's much more important than that. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
back live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jeremy, let's get back to our picks. And by the way, last week you knocked out of the ballpark. You had the best, you were tied at number one, actually. 8 of 11. Thanks that I called back, and he can verify this. I did call back.
You did call back. You did cheat. You did call back.
And I said, I'm going to go with Miami. I thought about the offensive line. I was at Jamie's house, and she picked FSU. And I said, no. So I called back and changed. That saved me. That got me 8 of 11. Jim Brandt, 8 of 11. Jason Kovaleski, 8 of 11. Jeremy Prison, 8 of 11. So anyway, the ones, Kyle was 7-11. Brian 7-11, and also Glenn. All right, Jeremy, let's go.
All right.
We got a new offensive coordinator at Arkansas. He's fired the defensive coordinator. Bobby Petrino's been the head coach of Arkansas. He wants the job badly. They're on the road at Tennessee. What can Tennessee expect? Getting ready for his offense, his new defense, whatever. Tennessee, can they look ahead to Bama next week? Do they have a trap game, or do they take care of business?
I think they're going to view Arkansas as a dress rehearsal. The colors are very similar. A little more of a JV squad coming over from Fayetteville, so they can just treat UA as kind of the forerunners of the University of Alabama they'll face next week. And so glorified scrimmage in Knoxville. Vols big.
Vols big. All right, South Carolina at LSU. Kind of disappointed in South Carolina so far, but we've got a lot of football already played. LSU, coach said, best roster, best offense. Quarterback definitely has to be hurt. He's got some kind of issues because he does not look like I thought he would look right now. I thought LSU would be a team that could go after the national championship. And it's still, you know what? They still could. They got a lot of football ahead of them. Maybe he gets healthy. What do you like? You like LSU home on a Saturday night?
Absolutely.
Go Tigers, baby.
Yep. They'll take care of business here.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to go to the next one. Let's go to this one right here. Oklahoma. I don't know which way to go with this one. Oklahoma versus Texas. One week you play poorly. The next week you usually play a lot better. This is a playoff game for Texas. They know they've got to win. They lost to the number one team in the country, Ohio State. That wasn't a bad loss. They go on the road to beat a team, the dead man walking head coach. They get beat, and they didn't look good on the offensive line. Their defense couldn't stop an offense that didn't look very good at all year long. A lot of pressure on him to win. Stark's got to win this ball game. Texas has to win. It's a playoff game. Oklahoma quarterback probably is not going to play, but their defense is outstanding. What's going to happen?
Well, this is one of the last true neutral site games. Florida, Georgia is kind of in that category as well. It's just a spectacle at the Texas State Fair. There have been some quirky ball games played over its history when this was a Big 12 game where you had a favorite come in and absolutely get smoked. So Texas has their backs against the wall. If I'm Oklahoma, I don't know why I keep coming to Dallas to play this game every year, honestly, but they do, and there's got to be big money in it. But Texas just looks so inept. And Oklahoma shackled Auburn fairly well.
Beat Michigan. But their quarterback now.
But I think there's just too much in Venables being able to throw things at Manning or whoever quarterbacks for Texas this week.
Okay.
So give me the Sooners.
You got the Longhorns. What?
Took the Sooners.
Oh, you took the Schooners. Oh, okay. I thought, okay.
No, I agreed. Texas is going downhill.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they'd bounce back. All right, let's jump into this one. Alabama. This is a trap game written all over it. 11 o'clock kickoff. Going against a really good offensive football team. We don't stop the run. Jeremy, what's going to happen?
This is a dangerous ball game for Alabama in every respect. Can Ty Simpson continue to lead, going back on the road? Not going to be as hostile as it was at Sanford Stadium by any stretch. Alabama did fairly well offensively. They got 30, but that late score kind of skewed it a bit as to what, 30-16 versus what it would have been. Alabama's got to eat up clock, keep Missouri on the sidelines, and the challenge is going to be getting them off the field. My fear is we get behind quickly. like we did at Vanderbilt, and we have to claw our way back. Alabama close, but we're going to be holding on, for dear life, getting out of there.
Alabama close, okay. If we get the penalties, get behind the sticks early in the game, you're going to know right there.
Don't be surprised if we come in Monday going Missouri executed in every stretch. I mean, This is their Super Bowl.
You sure you want to go to Oklahoma on Texas? You sure now?
I'm absolutely positive.
You don't want to change it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the big one, Jordan Hare, 6:30, ABC.
No pencil.
What's going to happen? Auburn, do they pull a Florida-Texas game? They look really good. They get the offense rolling. If the offense shows up and plays, I got Auburn. If that happens. If it doesn't happen, what's going to happen?
There's nothing more raucous than a Saturday night at Jordan Hare. I've seen that several times. Strange things happen at Jordan Hare. The Bulldogs can speak to that as well. And this really is a make or break game for the remainder of Auburn's season. Obviously, got the Iron Bowl at the end of the year, but still, you've got to get some momentum going the right direction. Are the Auburn fans still a little sour about what happened this week with moving the game with Baylor? But that won't affect any of this Saturday night. It's just kind of those, as Andy said, one of the things that is a new reality. Auburn has to move the football. They have to kill the clock. Can they do that? I don't know. I really don't know. They have played well in some hostile environments. They're at home. I know you're leaning toward the upset. I think I'm going to have to go with Smart and the Dogs.
You got Kirby Smart as a head coach. You've got a quarterback that's better, in my opinion, than Manning. Georgia's offensive line. This is going to be. I would think this is going to be a different defensive battle. Were you surprised the opening was like 3.5?
Yeah.
Vegas usually knows what it's on. It's not going to shock me at all. Auburn wins this football game, but you're going to go with Georgia, and I'll wait till tomorrow when you're not here. All right, the game. How much time we got? 2 minutes. Oh man, rushing offense. Florida Gators 13th, Texas A&M 7th. Rush defense. Florida Gators 8th in the SEC. A&M 9th. Pass offense. Florida Gators 12th. A&M 6th. Pass defense. Florida Gators 9, A&M 7th. I'm telling you, it ain't going to shock me a bit if Florida goes there and wins. But here's the deal: he's 1-10 as an underdog on the road. They just don't seem to play well under him on the road for whatever reason. And the schedule's been brutal. That's part of it. What's going to happen? Does Florida keep it rolling, or do we get right back on him? Who wins? A&M, Florida Gators.
You got to love the matchup if you're the Gators. You've got momentum. You've got a defense that can go toe-to-toe with A&M. Sure, you're on the road. You're playing in front of the 12th man. But watch what State did last week. State just challenged A&M in every facet of the game. They just did not have enough depth. If Florida can control the ball, shorten the game, and keep A&M on the sidelines, they've got a real shot, and their defense can make that happen. Tommy and I sat here last week, and we picked Texas, and both of us knew we wanted to pick Florida. It just seemed like such an outlandish pick, but everything pointed that direction. I'm going to go ahead and go out there on a limb and take the Gators.
Love it.
Yeah.
Florida Gators, get it done. Wow. You sure you don't want to go back to that Oklahoma-Texas game?
Leave him alone.
Try to get him to change it.
Go get some of that cotton candy from the Texas State Fair.
I've watched A&M, and you go look at their schedule. I think Florida's a little more tested. If they can get in that head of that quarterback and make it, if it has a bad night, I think Florida wins that game too. I kind of like the Florida Gators in this game. All right, we're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
The relationship between Drake May and Josh McDaniels and the way in which Mike Vrabel is leading this team and the way that the defense is getting after people. I'm trying to stay calm, but